Hi, it's Mrs. Stitches or Sheila. Hi, everybody. This is Flossmas Day 6. Today is Friday, and tonight is the start of Jingle Ball. I'm going, are you? I was very kindly gifted from the Chantel of Paint with Stitches. I was gifted it as just a thank you for being a test stitcher, which was very, very sweet of her. So thank you, Chantel. I'm looking forward to the ball tonight and all this weekend. This will be my first time going. So today is Friday, and it is kind of a wintry day out there. We had a bit of a windstorm last night, and it is gray out there. I think it's gonna snow. I think it is. I had big stitching to do yesterday. Oh my word. I had Chantel's Frosty Advent Calendar. I think had 640 stitches in it. Plus there's some back stitching I haven't finished. Well, I finished in the square. I haven't finished the other back stitching, which is in the frame, which I never did in the first place. Didn't realize. And then 4 Boys and an L Girl was 440, I think. I think that's right. So I got some done yesterday and then some done this morning. So I will show you those right now. No, I do my decoration on the tree first. So let's do that. Okay. So I got my tree topper, which is sort of a Victorian Santa with some presents. So I'm going to put that up. I don't think you're going to see that, but I'll put it up anyways. You've seen it a little bit. Oh, there he is. Okay. Yeah, I don't think you're going to see that. No, you can't. But I have some others that you will see, and they're kind of cute. So I got this little puppy dog. Isn't he cute? We bought that at some kind of craft place. He's very adorable. It's made like felt. So let's put him, where do we need a decoration? Let's put him right here. Oh, I actually can't see that because that's where my pause button is. Okay. And then the other one I got is like these mittens. I think my husband's sister sent those to us. So, right about there. Okay, right about there. If you don't know, everything is backwards for me in the camera, so it's very confusing at times. Okay, that taken care of. Now let me show you the stitching, then we'll get to the Advent. So, like I said, got them done, but there's a lot of work and I still have more to do. But first I'll show you the Frosty Advent Calendar. So I had asked you if nobody guessed, but maybe it's kind of hard to play along, but this one, we only had like this part, and I mistook that as the head when it's really his belly, and he's sledding down a snowy hill. So I had all this snow to do. It was a lot of snow. I also clued in, just because I saw Chantel's on Facebook, her stitching of this. These snowflakes are all supposed to be in white. Now, my white doesn't show up really strongly on my fabric, so I'm fine with them being black. It is what it is. I think they're really pretty, and these were really fancy snowflake that we did. I still have back stitching to do here and all around my holly and my berries, but I got it done. But look at the face of Froggy. Wah! As he's sliding down the hill. And what's really cool is the way she's done this. She kind of, well, she's an artist, so she kind of thinks outside the box, but she has this snowflake going into the frame, and then this snow goes all the way along 3 boxes. And of course the holly comes into it again. I knew that was going to happen because it happened on the other side. So that's our first row of Frosty's Advent Calendar. Isn't that neat? Oh, I love it so much. It is so much fun. So we got 3 more rows to go. It's a very sizable stitch, but each square is 30 by 30. So potentially if it was full coverage, it'd be about 900 stitches. That one, like I said, was 640, so it was still substantial. And next is my 4 Boys and NL Girl Advent Calendar Countdown Stitch. So I knew at a glance, even though it doesn't look much, so what we did all these holly leaves. So these are holly berries, these red things, and all these holly leaves all the way around. Doesn't look like much, but I think there were 44 of them. I counted them this morning. I may or may not counted right. Each one's 10 stitches, so 440 stitches. So yeah, that adds up. So yesterday I got all of this done, and then this morning I just finished up this final 100 down here. So, but look at that, isn't that pretty? So it's really turning out nice. I'm loving this. And I'm going to use this for framing. I'm going to have this all as one thing in the end. I probably will center it better. But, and I'm enjoying stitching out of a hoop like this. It's very lightweight. So usually hoops sometimes get a bit heavy, but this is very lightweight and it's keeping most of the tautness. I probably could tighten it up a bit more. But yeah, that's great. Okay, one more thing. So yesterday I got a scratch and win from my husband. I didn't win. I'm a loser. So I was so close. There was one word down here where I'm just missing one letter. And if I'd gotten that one letter, I would have won $1,000. And it was like a scratch and sniff. I just scratched it. It smelled more and more pepperminty. But I'll probably still check it anyways, even though I'm sure it's not a winner. Today, from my husband, I got Viva Puffs. These, I believe, are Canadian made. I think Dare is Canadian. And I actually tried them for the first time this year. They're one of the limited edition, and it's candy cane flavor. And they were yummy. Not probably good for my waistline, but they're yummy. So I'm very happy about that because I'm getting a little short on chocolate right now because I ate my other chocolate bar right away. I will not have more than one a day of these because I think they are 170 calories for 2 cookies. So that's 85 calories each. So it's sort of like a Halloween treat, but it adds up. So that's, thank you very much. That's wonderful. Viva Puffs. Viva Puffs. Okay, let's get to our Paint with Stitches Advent. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I know I'm not. But this is one I've been looking at for some time. I've been day 6. So, I got another floss to add to my floss ring. This is going to be a large floss. This is a purple one. Now I know if I undo this, there's still a knot because that's how you make. I'm never good at making bows, but so I'm going to have to pull this over the edge. Now I have a feeling because the other day we got floss that was so gorgeous that this might be a pattern, but oh no, it's fabric. Wow. Oh, we might be using, I wonder if she's going to send us the pattern. But so like I said, Paint with Stitches, she is a painter, and that was her painting on the floss ring yesterday. It was called, I believe, I wrote it down, but I didn't bring it up with me. Kalimari, which was in Swahili. Oh, something like, with one word, always. I can't remember if it was always. It was like together or something. I can't remember. Let's get back to you on that. I might pause and go check it out. But she, like I said, sells art, and I think she just recently set up a display she's in PEI over, I'm not sure where. But this is one of her hand-painted fabrics. She hand paints these fabrics. And she always says that the color is not coming out at all, but you're getting a sense of the hand painting. It is a much richer, darker blue. That is more like the blue there. Isn't that interesting? It's the light above, that is actually skewing the color of the fabric. But at least you can see the pattern. So yeah, she hand painted that. And so she also gave us a DMC. Oh, and the actual pattern's right here. I am an idiot. Okay. So it is a seagull. It is a seagull. And I wonder, oh, it looks like it's only part of a pattern. I think there's more to this. So I am probably going to have to definitely go to the cheat sheet or maybe try to figure this out. Cause I'm probably going to wait because I got tons of stitching anyways. But it looks like it's a seagull, but I think there's going to be more to this. So you might not be able to see all of that, but gorgeous fabric. Thank you, Chantel. That is actually really, really nice. Really beautiful. Okay. And then we have our 4 boys and an NL girl. Let's see if I can pull this up. Number 6 is sitting right here. Oh, I got 7 too. We'll put number 7 back. Not yet for you, number 7. That lip balm I got yesterday is really good, and it actually really worked. My lips were so chapped, and it's actually really smoothed them out. Okay, just a pattern in a DMC. The DMC is a very pretty one. These are all numbers I don't have. I do not have any of the 30. This is 3851. What a gorgeous color. Love it. And, oh, okay. It's not going to be as heavy. So, interesting. There were some holes here in the pattern of the leaves. Those are getting filled in with this other color. So we're going to have 2 tones color. So it is actually, I can actually count it. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Only 110 stitches. That's great. Good, good, good. So I should get caught up on some things. That's excellent. Guess it's just my question now. And once again, I got some people answering on laughing, and that was really, really lovely. Thank you, people, for sharing. Okay, so we have our questions here now. I don't know if I should. Oh, it's starting to get more empty, so I think my husband always told me that you should do that to mix things up. If you just go like that, they're staying in the same spot. So, but it didn't sound like they turned at all like that. So I'm gonna dig down, way down to the bottom. Let's just see if I can get down to the bottom. Okay, that was sort of way down at the bottom. Let's see what we got. I did get one. It's a long question. Okay, back on lid. Oh, this lid is going to be the death of me. Okay. Okay. So when I was answering one other question, I realized that there was this question, so I didn't carry on too much. But would you rather go back in time and meet your ancestors, or go to the future and meet your descendants? Well, I don't have any kids. So my descendants, I mean, obviously you still have descendants. It would be like my brother's kids or my nephews and my niece's kids, etc. I always have, I would have just answered this to go back in time and meet my ancestors. I don't know, I haven't told you guys this. I got, I don't know how long ago this was, probably 20 years ago. I got a diary, and the diary is from my great aunt, Aunt Florence. She was a nurse, and her diary covers from 1890 to about 1940, but the bulk of it is in around the 1900s to 1920s-ish. And it was just one of these 5-year calendar diaries. And so on a page like January 1st, you know, the old kind that you had with the lock on it and everything. Yeah, they had those way back long time ago. And but it's a better cover. It's more like a leather cover. It's very substantial. So on January 1st, she would just put certain years. She would just enter notes on certain years. And then January 2nd, it'd be maybe different years. She sometimes did it every other day or every third day. So I sat down and I took January 1st, and I had pieces of just paper with the year on the top, and I would do all the entries so that I could actually get them in chronological order completely. I was gonna write that as a story. I still might. It does get me excited when I think about it, and like some of the entries are very short. She was a nurse, and that she would at that time, I guess they had nurses just working out of people's homes, kind of sort of like I think it was like a palliative care. Like the people may have been dying from a flu or from some kind of disease that may or may not kill us now. And she'd just be in their home for their final week or 2 weeks of life, kind of just nursing them through gentle passing. So I think she did some other stuff too. I can't fully remember, but in a sense, I went back in a time a bit to actually meet her, in that sense that I had this journal. I religiously kept a journal, thinking the same thing for my descendants in the future, to be able to get a slice of my life. And I always thought that fascinating. Like with her journal, I have the notation of when she first ever sees a plane, the first time she sees a plane. Isn't that amazing? And same with some of my stuff. Like I wasn't very good. I was really good in my 20s of writing. I think for about 6 or 7 years, I wrote almost every single day in a journal. I now write in we have a weather keeper, where it's like this book, and it's for 10 years. And so I can note the weather, the temperature, and what the weather was like. And I got a little blurb where I can write just things. Sometimes it's just gardening things. It's a gardening journal. Sometimes it's just personal life things. So that I do try to keep up with that. And my temperature stitching is really helping on that, and me keeping more of a daily account. But as opposed to having the journal out of sight, out of mind. But back to the question, would I like to go back in time to meet my descendants, or forward in time, or back in time to meet my ancestors, or forward in time to meet my descendants? I think it's harder to have a connection with forward in time because it's not really existent. And like I said before, with wanting to do time travel, I always found it charming thinking back in time when we didn't have TV, even when there wasn't even radio, when things to me seemed simpler, although I know it was a lot more work, when there were ice boxes instead of fridges. I've always been fascinated with like the 1800s type time. So I think I would like to go back and meet my ancestors, especially since I don't have any direct descendants. It kind of makes me sad sometimes to think that I never had any kids, and the end of my personal genetic journey ends with me. When I was going to school in biology, we kind of learned that as any species, the main goal as a species, whether you be a bacteria, virus, a rabbit, a human, Homo sapien, is to actually pass on your genetic code. That's the ultimate goal, is always to pass on your genetic code. At least that's what they always told us. So kind of feel a bit of a failure that my actual genetic makeup ends right here. And that is what it is. And then I also think, well, I didn't add to the population of the world, and the population of the world is quite large, I'm sure. So it's just the way my life turned out. So, wow, didn't expect that all to get so serious or onto such a different tone. But that's it for me today. So what would you like to do? Would you like to go back in time and meet your ancestors, or go forward in time and meet your descendants? Yeah, I think that's good. And have you ever heard of Viva Puffs? If you're not Canada, if you're from a different country, I have a few, I know. Do you have Viva Puffs? Oh, yesterday I asked about Frenchies, and there is Frenchies, at least in Moncton, New Brunswick. I haven't gotten any other one mentioning Frenchies. So I think it's an Atlantic thing, and it might be only New Brunswick and Nova Scotia. And it might be just Moncton and Nova Scotia. Moncton's pretty close to us, so kind of almost think of them as we're all on the Bay of Fundy, so that's kind of nice. So I have rambled long enough. So take care, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow for day 7. And are you going to the Jingle Ball? Let me know that too. Anyways, take care. Bye.